And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Easy. Ready. We're waiting. Where's that?
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, nothing but room to run.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Got it. Where's that?
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Landry now on the returns. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away.
And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it's a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Over to Landry on a bubble screen. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Alex Okafor in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Back deep for the Saints is Ted Ginn. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at about the 14. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
Ted Ginn's gonna go. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they score in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Leopard!
A first carry for the rookie Nick Chubb. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
The Browns opted not to pick a running back with their first 2 selections at number 1 and 4 in the first round. But they circled back in the second round and got a really good one to Nick Chubb out of Georgia. Broke up a nice run there, and that's where he's good. Good vision, able to see where the hole is, and make nice gains each time he touches the ball.
Now a play fake here on first down. Being chased out left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Craig Robertson able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. On fourth down, they snap it to Mayfield. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
11. Got it. Over.
Breeze now on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Meredith, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we? We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. In on the tackle, Alex Okafor. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Tyler Davison with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now it's Ginn. Oh, able to avoid him. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10. Now Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
12.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And he's going to go down again. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
21.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. Flush to his right. He'll let it fly in the direction. He's got a man. Complete. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Get set. 12. Hey, 2.
On first down, Breeze. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Breeze to throw on second down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
Hey, got it! 21, 21. 13. Over. Ready, what's that?
Breeze now. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Myles Garrett in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Thomas Morstead now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. Now Landry. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Leopard! Detroit!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
On 3rd down, Mayfield steps away to his left. Got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play.
Detroit!
A first down throw for Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Mayfield now. Flushed out right. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down.
Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Detroit!
Mayfield to throw it. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. To throw, Mayfield. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Sheldon Rankins coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. From the gun, Mayfield. Fells has it, left side. And he'll go down at the 28. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go!
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his left. And he's got room. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Mayfield now on second down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Baker Mayfield, obviously the #1 pick overall. That was controversial, though. What ultimately made the Browns go in his way?
Well, post-draft, I did hear a Browns executive talk about the efficacy of Baker Mayfield. In other words, how people rally to him, how people respond to him. He talked about seeing him at a workout, how he showed up, yelled out to the other guys. They yelled back with the same response, ran right to him, and they were ready to start the workout. He said things like that and his talent tipped the balance in his favor.
Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. And he puts it through. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And there he goes again. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn with officially a 103-yard return. And the Saints add on to their lead. So how about the game he's having? He had the punt return earlier for a touchdown. Now the kick return to balance things out.
And oftentimes, guys who are on punt return and kickoff return, many of them are the same guys. And they're devoted to a return guy who can break big plays. And when that happens and they know it's there, they're going to block that much harder and be that much more skillful, as well as utilizing his talents. And this is what you get. Punt return, kick return, a huge game.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Mayfield on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
The catch made over the middle by Ginn. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas.
We're good. Line 4, ready. Easy. Under. 21. 11. 13. 12.
Breeze now on 1st down. Looking long for Thomas. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
You ready?
On 2nd down, Kamara. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. The stop was made by Jannard Avery. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Got it. Left.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze forced out to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Mark Ingram really coming into form in the NFL. First 5 years in the league, didn't have a 1,000-yard season, but he's done it the past 2 years.
Yeah, and I think a couple of reasons for that. Number one, offensive line has been rebuilt, and they put a lot of resources into that, and they've gotten better. Number two, he's had great run.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints are pouring it on. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk. This is a big decision here.
Dancing to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Mayfield. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to sack him for a loss of 6. The Browns on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 16.
All right, now, look at 56.
Mayfield. He's going to let this one go deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 46. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they...
And he's got it! Touchdown, Saints! Cameron Meredith, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Throwing, Mayfield, and he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A good pick up there for the Browns, 15 yards. Mayfield now from the 50. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found it.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
11.
Shotgun now for Breeze. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Meredith, 28 yards. And the Saints just continue to roll. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And the Browns getting set to go. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Second down, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. Fourth down.
Detroit!
And They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. And the defense bit hard there. They were thinking run all the way, play fake, working to perfection on 4th down.
And it was able to work because of the down and distance situation. 4th and short, you've got to respect the run. You show a little play action. Oftentimes you find people open for what you need, and that's exactly what they got done there.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun. Leopard.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Gun.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Mayfield looks to throw. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Browns able to get this one back to within at least some measure of respectability. Gonzalez good on the extra point. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
21. 12.
Here's Breeze to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On second down, here's Breeze. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this down deep into Cleveland territory.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Breeze going to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. 4 touchdown passes now for Drew Brees. And the Saints are pouring it on.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Let's go. Boom,
Mayfield on first down. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And shoving his way inside the 35. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them.
And my goodness, another interception. It's the safety, Kirk Coleman, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Got it. Under.
Now Breeze. And that will be incomplete as well.
You put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. Taking it about the 16. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Gone.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Mayfield off the play fake. Got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. Mayfield to throw it. And now here is another interception. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
He'll air it out deep for Tom, and that's caught inside the 35. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 42 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
On first down, Breeze. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Going for it all. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
13. Ready? Got it. We're waiting. Ready for touch.
Now Breeze on third down. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And Lutz puts this one through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
It's a foot race. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway with what they'll score a 106-yard return. And the Browns are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part, because when I think blowout,
because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating, and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right?
Yes,
As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Ah, yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Got it. Yellow lady. 21. Get set. 11. 11. Got it.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Now Breeze wants the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jabril Peppers, the former first-round pick, there on the coverage.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been terrific so far. This is fielded at the 7. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. A 1st down throw from Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
95-56, 95-56.
Breeze going to throw here. Now Breeze wants the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and a mile. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Thomas Morstead now. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And it is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
Third and short yardage. Mayfield. He can run for it, and he will. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gun!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. One last shot for Mayfield here. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. It's the safety, Kurt Coleman. And that will write a finish to this ball game.